현식기 찾음.
Inspector, I have recovered the stolen silverware.
You are a wizard, Mr. Holmes. And where is it?
In the garden well.
Excuse me?
Unique, isn't it?
Rather absurd. What is the point of stealing silverware and then throwing it down into a well?
그러니까.
Perhaps it was used as a temporary hiding place, or simply the thieves wanted to get rid of it. It is up to us to solve this mystery. Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behaviour.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress.
진정하시오.
Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead. But a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was specially hard for her.
We found your mistress's silverware.
Oh, that's good news. You really are as clever as they say.
Indeed.
이상한데?
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
We found your silverware, Lady Brackenstall. It had not been taken very far.
Is that true? I am very thankful to you, Mr. Holmes.
Your ladyship?
Oh, what a horrible thing to have...
Please leave my Mary alone. She suffered so much she deserves some rest.
이 상태에서 끝나는 건가, 설마?
Holmes, don't look at me like that. I don't know what to think about all this.
더 있겠지?
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me. This door leads to the upstairs bedroom.
더는 못 봐? 다 본 거 같은데 있는 거?
A fur trader's cabin.
집에 가자. 지브롤터 선원. 한번 알아봐야지. 그거밖에 없는 것 같아.
Have you found something interesting?
My archive. I can always consult. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
뭐 조사할 게 없는데? 뭐지? 할 게 없어.
Holmes, don't look at me like that. I don't know what to think about all this.
Lord George Brackenstall.
Oh, what a horrible thing to have happened.
Please leave my Mary alone. She's suffered so much, she deserves some rest.
다른 갈 길이 없는데? 뭐 할 게 없어. 그러면은 마당에서 뭐 더 찾아야 되나?
Antique hunting weapons. A hunter scene. Chateau Calon.
근데 웃긴 건 이거 마신 자국이 없다? 이건 뭐 따라낸 자국은 있는데 응? 요거는 흔적이 없어. 위아래는 안 되고. 야, 옆으로만. 들어가 있긴 한데 나간 게 없어. 흔적이.
This door.
뭐가 부족한 거지? 내가 저거 끈 잘리는 거 하고 F 안 했나?
It appears that the bell rope was cut by someone taller than me. It
할 게 없어. 설마 갈고리 챙겨서? 그냥 안 떨어뜨렸나? 하고 여기로 해서 저거 문 열리진 않고 다 했는데 그러면? 뭐 반짝이는 거 잘못 봤나? 아, 뭔데 이거 버그야?
Please leave my Mary alone. She's suffered so much, she deserves some rest. 아 뭐야 이거 에이씨 시간만 버렸잖아요. 요거 해야 되는구나. 아 멍청이 어제도 그랬잖아. 저거 안 해가지고 다음 할거? 안 뜨니까 진행 안 되는 거. 멍충. 에 93년 지브롤터의 바위가 인도, 뉴질랜드, 호주. 호주에서 대지와 광산을 소유 중인 프레이저 가문의 상속녀 마리 프레이저.
Here it is. The shipping company, the Adelaide, Southampton, London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
이거 의료 소견서는 필요 없어? 얘들아.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893. and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
3시간.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
I left it right on the table for you, sir.
This list shows the
Charles,
senior officers of the
Jack
Rock of
Crocker,
Gibraltar, on which
Henley
Lady Brackenstall and her
Southwark.
maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide, Southampton, London Line ships. Let us find out who was in
11월
London
7일?
upon November the 7th. I do not think that this sailor has any connection to the case.
뭐야? 아니 넘기라고. 헨리 사우스와드.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved. This
여기도 아니.
officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved. This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime.
여기도
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time
얜
of the crime.
휘팅턴이네.
Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
느낌표. 다른 사람은
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
잭 크로코네 그러면.
This officer is still at
무조건
sea,
하나네.
therefore he cannot be involved. Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
잭 크로커.
This Crocker. Do you think...
아니 의심만
It
하는 거야
would be
일단.
interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him. Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
근데 어떻게 데리고 와?
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking
키도
for me,
커.
and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
찡그리고 있네. 뭐야 정직함이잖아. 이게 어떻게 단정한 외모랑 근육질. 신문. 깨끗한 장화. 칼. 다 갖췄는데?
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. from when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You? And what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall,
그 정도였어?
despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes.
난
Besides,
테레사하고
all
친한 줄
this is
알았는데.
just guesswork.
You would be right if there was no evidence.
What then?
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not
그렇긴
the
해.
only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Sharp.
아직 허점이 좀
supervising the
많어.
repair of a porthole.
At night.
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No, there is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So,
그래요?
what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
뭐? 결론 내리라고? 아니 이렇게 끝이라고?
What should we do next, Holmes?
이러면 바로